A nice job by the Wildcats to play it out. A full 32 minutes of basketball on the floor to take home the victory the first night of the Bulldog Wildcat Classic. But now it's the Lady Cats' turn to take it to the floor here, as they will also take on the Lewisburg Lady Cats, a young group of ladies from Lewisburg tonight. It's like only 3 seniors on their squad here. The Lady Cats were matched up against Lewisburg last year in the tournament hosted at Burlington, and they got a win that night in the opening contest again, a 60-37 number. But we start all over, fresh squads out on the floor as we're about ready to get underway for the Cats. And the Lady Cats starting lineup tonight will look like this. Number 3, Julia Gilman. Number 5, Paige Sawyer. Number 20, Kirsten Young. 21, Ashlyn Debley. And number 35, Camry Wagner on the floor for the Wildcats with the opening tip and a tie-up on the first possession. The Lady Cats had the first possession, but when they got tied up, it goes to Lewisburg. They'll play it in against the Burlington pressure defense in the backcourt. Dribbling up the sideline, turns, spins to the center. They'll bring it across the top side, and we've got a reach-in foul. Julia Gilman guilty of that first personal foul here tonight as they put pressure defense on Lewisburg, trying to rattle them with that opening pressure. They'll inbound the ball, put it in the hands of Holtzen. She'll dribble down the side of the lane, passes back out behind the arch. A 3 on the way, no good. A loose ball on the floor. Putback shot, no good. And Depley boards it out for the Lady Cats. She'll release to Young. Across the timeline. She's going to go all the way down the middle. Lays it up and in for Kirsten Young. And she starts the scoring for the Lady Cats. Quickly up court, getting past that defense. Ball loose on the floor. Depley goes down for it. Now we've got a tie-up position. It's Lady Cat ball. Burlington Lady Cats. Camry Wagner going down to corral that loose ball up, and with the tie-up, Cats will play it in against pressure defense in the backcourt. Paige Sawyer inbounding. Gets the ball back on the return. She'll dribble up to the right-hand side across the timeline. They're just going to play man-to-man defense all over, but we've got a push foul down under. That's going to be number 35, Camry Wagner, trying to get open position there, is whistled for the foul. 2 team fouls now on the Lady Cats as Lewisburg brings it up across the timeline. Trapped in the corner, and Julia Gilman gets the steal. Nice job, Julia, on the defensive mark there. She'll bring it up and set the offense. High post comes Depley. She'll work right-hand side to Young. A 3 on the way, rims around, no good. Wagner with the rebound on the putback. She's fouled, and Camry Wagner will go to the line for the Lady Cats. A foul down low. Whistle on number 10. That is Haley Kane picking up her first personal foul. Camry sights it in. It's good for her first point of the night, and she'll be there for number 2. Good job by the Lady Cats here to start out getting on the board, take a 3-0 lead here with a minute and a half gone in this first game of the Bulldog Wildcat Classic for the ladies. Down quickly, shot away is no good. It's off the hands of the rebounder, Buffington. Out of bounds, and that'll be Lady Cat basketball. They'll inbound in the backcourt to Gilman. Now finds Debley. Across the timeline, picks up the dribble back to Julia. Plays it down low to Camry. Up and in. Nice work there, teammates, as a defender came to Julia. She laid it off low to Camry, and the bucket. Good job by the Lady Cats. They get a turnover, and the ball back in hand. The travel call on Lewisburg, and Paige Sawyer will play it in underneath her own bucket. Lobs, they go to Wagner at the free throw line. It's good. Camry Wagner, 5 points in the first 2 minutes of play. And the Lewisburg coach says, we got to stop it now. Sean Lowry calling a quick 30-second timeout for his team as the Lady Cats have exploded out to a 7-0 lead in this first quarter of play. The first 2 minutes, in fact, of tonight's contest. 6:11 on the clock here as the Lady Cats pressure defense doing its job, getting the ball in hand, and Camry putting it in the bucket. The Lewisburg men started out on a quick run in that first game, and these ladies have got some history with Lewisburg. We've seen some of our best basketball in this December tournament, and one of those games was a double overtime against Lewisburg about 4 years ago right here on this court. Buffington with the ball. A player control foul on the push. And Julia did not have the best position, but a forearm shove sent her to the ground as Buffington picks up her first personal. Cats ball in the backcourt to Gilman. Dribbles past the defender. We've got a hold foul on number 2. And this is Bailey Belcher with her first personal foul. These two teams, I would hope that they watch the men's game, knowing that this officiating crew doesn't like that type of physical play. Wagner puts the ball down on the paint, gets it up too deeply. Now we've got a tie-up on the floor. The possession arrow will go to Lewisburg. Our first substitute of the game tonight in for the Lady Cats. That's number 14, Jara Thorpe. Jara had a big game on Friday night, brought a lot of energy onto the court when she came in, and continued on through that entire game, playing at a fevered pitch. Buffington in the backcourt with the dribble, comes across the timeline, gives it up on the right wing. Three-point shot away is no good. Tipped around. Lewisburg comes out with it. Buffington shot no good. Foul from the backside on the rebound. That looks like number 21, Ashlyn Dipley, has picked up her first personal foul. And the 13th foul on the Lady Cats as Lewisburg will play it in underneath their own bucket with 5:30 remaining on the clock. We're underway in the first quarter of action from the girls' side of the Bulldog Wildcat Classic. And a drop step and a bucket up. That's number 4, Carson Buffington, with the first point for Lewisburg. Lady Cats had gone on a 7-0 run until the first bucket for Lewisburg. Down low, and the shot is up and made. Who made that? Up court. Up across the timeline. Big, high arching 2-point shot. That time by Bailey Belcher. She gets in the bucket for the Lady Cats from Lewisburg. A 9-4 score. Lady Cats lead by 5. Ball loose on the floor. Chasing it out of bounds. The official says it's still Burlington ball on the far sideline. Grace Kuhlman now checks in for Burlington. Her first action of the evening here, as we've got 4:38 remaining on the board in our first quarter of play. Dribble drive, and we've got a block foul. Thorpe was going to the hoop and got rammed by number 4. Carson Buffington picking up her second personal now. And that will send Jarrett to the line. Sets at the mark. First free throw is on the way. Off the rim hard. Off the backside, but she'll be there for a second attempt. Jarrett had a couple of points over at Prairie View the other night, but was a big defender for the Cats. She sinks the first free throw of the night, and it's a 6-point margin. The Lady Cats lead at 10-4 here as we have 4 minutes and 40 left on the clock in the first quarter of play. Dribble to the right-hand side, still in the backcourt. Good defense by the Lady Cats. Will they get it across? 10-second violation. It's the Lady Cat defense doing the deal right here. They get the turnover and the ball. They'll play it in on the far side. That's good hustle all over the floor by 5 players for the Burlington Lady Cat team. Thorpe with the drive, gives it up to Young. She comes off the high pick, stops at the free throw line. Shot is good. Kirsten Young gets her second bucket of the night, and the Lady Cats an 8-point margin. In the backcourt, Lewisburg brings it across the timeline, right-hand side, in the hands of Holton. Picks up her dribble. Now a reach-in foul is going to be signaled. Lewisburg will play it in on the far side. Jarrah Thorpe is whistled for that first personal. Julia Gilman checking back on the floor for Burlington now. Lady Cats with man-to-man defense, picking up the Lady Cats from Lewisburg all over the floor. Kirsten Young with the defensive stop. No, she on the reach-in, makes contact. Kirsten picks up her first personal foul, as she has the assignment for Bailey Belcher, one of the 3 seniors on that Lewisburg squad. Lady Cats only one senior on the roster. That's Camry Wagner this year. A whole boatload of juniors bring the depth for the Lady Cats team this year. Lewisburg to play it in underneath their own bucket. Comes off the high pick. Right side, dribble drive, no good, and Wagner is there for the rebound. She'll lead out ahead to Kirsten Young. Drop step, layup, no good. Goes for the rebound, ball loose on the floor. Everybody fighting, and we've got a tie-up down there. Kirsten Young, not to be denied. When she saw that ball off the rim, she went to it. Possession arrow with the Lady Cats, and they'll play it in under their own bucket. Looking for that cutter, not there. Now back to Young. Drives the paint, rolls up, and in. Just enough touch to get it to roll over the bucket for the Cats, and it's a 14-4 lead. The Lady Cats on top after that big run. 3:03 on the clock here in the first quarter of play. Cats defense comes back down. 3-point shot is on the way by Lewisburg. No good. And Camry Wagner boards up for Burlington. Julia Gilman with the dribble across the timeline. She'll work right wing. Picks up that dribble, looks at the give and go, didn't get it there. Now finds Grace Kuhlman on the right side. She'll put it on the floor. Nice lay down to Camry. Off and in for the bucket. She got fouled. And Camry Wagner will go to the line for the Wildcats. Nice job by Grace to draw the defenders to her. Played a nice little drop pass down, and Camry finishes it off with the bucket. That foul whistled on number 20, Madeline Melton. Camry sights it in, hits that free throw, and Camry Wagner with 8 points on the night leads the Lady Cat with half their points. It's a 16-4 lead. Lady Cats on top. Ball on the left wing. Across the timeline. Dribble drive all the way. That was a peculiar-looking drive. Results in 2 points. And here comes the Lady Cat. On the right wing, Kuhlman picks up the dribble, goes to Young. She'll stop from 3, up and in. Kirsten Young's first three-pointer of the night, and she has 9 points to lead the Lady Cats. Ball stripped away out of bounds on the far side. The Lady Cats will play it in the backcourt. A 26 margin, 22-6 margin. And the give and go to Thorpe. She drives. No foul on that call as we hit the 2-minute mark. Up court quickly with the dribble drive. Shot away is partially deflected by Young. Holton couldn't get it out. A lead-out pass goes to Grace. Kuhlman can't get it to fall. It rolls off the rim. Holton gives the ball back up to Gassman. She'll dribble at the top of the circle for the ladies from Lewisburg. On the right wing. Stopped with the dribble. It's tipped away out of bounds. That'll stay in the hands of Lewisburg as they'll play it in front of the Lady Cat bench. Paige Sawyer checking back in the floor for Burlington as Kirsten Young will come to the bench. She'll get a break with 1:39 remaining in the first quarter of play here tonight at Baldwin. Lewisburg to play it in the deep corner. Bad pass. tipped away on the floor. We've got a tie-up. Julia Gilman with the defense there. Her and Carly Gassman go to the floor. Possession arrow to Lewisburg. They'll play it in front of the scorer's bench. Inbound, Gassman gets it back. Now she'll work one-on-one. Nice move. Got around, couldn't do anything with it. Now gives it back to Gassman on the drive. Goes to the hoop, no good, and Ashlyn Debley there with the rebound. Up court, they'll come on the far side. Paige Sawyer with the ball for the Lady Cats. Looks back to Debley. Thought about the three, now pulls it back. Gilman sets up the offense, goes high post on the right wing to Kuhlman. Finds the cutter. Thorpe down low. It's up and in. Jarrah Thorpe come off the pick. She had a wide open gap to go for. Down the lane and in the hoop. On the inbound play, we're going to have a grab foul on Paige Sawyer. Paige picks up her first personal, and that'll be the 15th foul. Both teams with 5 personal fouls now. As we have less than a minute to play in the first quarter with the Lady Cats leading 22-6. Dribble drive, Gassman stops, plays it back on the left side. Shot away, no good. Gets the rebound down low on the putback shot. She's fouled. And stepping to the line, that is Isabel Holtzman. Holtzman is a very active rebounder down low. She wanted to go straight back up with it, but was whistled for the contact there. Holtzman's free throw away is no good. That foul was whistled on Julia Gilman as she picks up her second personal. She will come to the bench alongside head coach Dave Gilman. And Holtzman will be at the line for her second. That free throw is up and good. A 3-minute scoring drought by Lewisburg there. The Lady Cats will bring it across with 35 seconds. Debley stops from 8. Shot away is no good. Rebounded out to Lewisburg. And Holtzman will bring it across. She dribble drives to the hoop. Blocked out of bounds. She went down, but it was all ball contact there. Not a body slam. And Lewisburg will play it in under their own bucket with 26 seconds remaining on the clock. Looking for the lobe. And Debley steps in front of the passing lane. Gets the steal. And here comes the Lady Cats. 18 seconds on the clock. They've got time to work it. Down in the paint, they go to Paige. She drives to the hoop. It's blocked away and in possession of Lewisburg. Across the timeline, left-hand side. Dribble drive, but a bad pass throws it away. The official, no. What's he going to call? He's going to call a foul down there. Number 14, Jarrah Thorpe, is called for the push foul. And with 17 fouls now, that is going to send number 5, Gassman, to the line. She'll have 1 plus a bonus free throw opportunity. On the way, it's off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Cats. 1 second, Thorpe throws it up from half court, but not to be. And we go to the end of the first quarter of play with the Burlington Lady Cats leading 22-7 over the Lewisburg Lady Cats. We'll take a 1-minute timeout for our sponsors and be back with Lady Cat basketball on the Dawg.
The Appliance Store in Burlington has a large selection of Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid appliances, along with Speed Clean washers and dryers, and is your headquarters for #1 voted Green Mountain pellet grills. The Appliance Store also has Oric vacuum cleaners, bags, parts, and service what they sell, with a great selection of appliance parts on hand. The Appliance Store at 602 South 4th Street in Burlington thanks you for supporting local business and is a proud supporter of local athletics.
Hi, kids. It's Timmy the Tooth. Have you been to see your dentist lately?
Visiting the dentist doesn't have to be that frightening. It's all about which dentist you choose. At the office of Rick Smith DDS in Gridley, they offer individual comfort care for all ages. From grandparents to grandchildren, you will receive a comfortable and pleasant process. Give Rick Smith DDS a call today at 620-836-2015.
Back to court
courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back to Burlington Lady Cat basketball here tonight on the road at Baldwin in the Bulldog Wildcat Classic as these Lady Cats take on the Lady Cats from Lewisburg. Burlington, two big scorers in the first quarter. Camry Wagner unloads for 8 points, her season high. And also late in the quarter, Kirsten Young ends up with 9 points to lead the way for the Lady Cats. Up court quickly comes Lewisburg. The ball knocked away by Burlington out of bounds, and it'll stay in the hands of Lewisburg. They'll play it in on the far end line. Just underway in the second quarter tonight. In the first game, the Wildcats got a 40-35 victory. Shot up and rebound put back. That is number 20, Madeline Melton, getting her first bucket for Lewisburg. And the Lady Cats will bring it across the timeline. Julia Gilman with the dribble on the left side. Gives it up to Kirsten Young. That ball rolls off the backside of the rim, won't fall. And Lewisburg comes out with it to Milton. She'll drive to the hoop, no good. Gets the rebound, put back. And that one is up and in for Melton. Spurt here by the Lady Cats from Lewisburg to come out with 2 quick buckets. It's an 11-22 margin. The Lady Cats on top here. Just 1 minute into the second quarter of play. Coach Gilman out on the floor says we've got to slow down their break. As they get the ball in hand, they're coming immediately up court, looking ahead as they connect on a pair of buckets to open the scoring of this second quarter of play. Kirsten Young went to the floor after that missed shot. She was a little slow getting up. I think she's shaking it all off now as she comes back. And the Lady Cats will inbound. They've got the length of the floor to bring it. And Lewisburg will pick them up man-to-man in the backcourt. Julia Gilman with the dribble across the timeline. Sets it to Dipley. She works to the right-hand side. Now down low they go to Kirsten from the low block. Kirsten Young is up and in. She's now in double figures with 11 for the Lady Cats. Pressure in the backcourt. They go to Belton, but she traveled with it. The turnover gives it right back to Burlington as they'll play it in with 6:45 left to play in the first half of action here on the road at Baldwin tonight. Gilman brings it across the timeline. Looks for Kirsten, miscommunicated, finally got it back in hand, and we've got a reach-in foul. Ashlyn Dipley secured the ball, but Holtzen had an arm wrapped up there, her first personal foul, and 16 foul on the Lady Cats from Lewisburg. Inbound to Dipley on the low paint. Shot away, no good. Ball chipped around, and Lewisburg comes out with it. Up court on the right-hand side. Bad pass thrown away. It'll go to the Lady Cats. They are bringing the action fast and furious up court here. Lady Cats have got to get on the ball on the defense. Paige Sawyer will inbound it in the backcourt. Julia Gilman to dribble across and call out the offense. High post. Now they'll work to the wing. Finds Kirsten Young. One-on-one. Reverse drop step dribble. Stop and shot away. Not a good form shot by Kirsten. And a rebound. Up court dribble. Drive. Number 4 forcing the action is Carson Buffington. She draws the foul and will go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. That foul whistled on number 5, Paige Sawyer, her second personal foul on player number 5. Free throw away. Hit off the back of the rim. Won't fall home as number 10, Haley Kane, checks back in to the lineup for Lewisburg. Kane, a 6-foot junior on the roster. And a free throw by Buffington is good. Her second attempt. She's got 3 points now. And the score is 24-12. Lady Cats lead it here with 6 minutes to go in our second quarter of action. Lady Cats drive down into paint. Deadly turnaround shot off the board. No good. Didn't have her feet set when she went up for the shot. Buffington brings it up court. Goes left side to Holson. She'll stop. But good defense. They got her in the air and nowhere for that pass to go. She comes back down. The turnover goes to the Lady Cats as Jara Thorpe checks back in for Burlington. She'll inbound the ball on the end line with Julia Gilman in the backcourt. And the Lady Cats will bring it up to set their offense on the wing. Julia across the timeline gives it up to Thorpe. She's going to go all the way down the middle, off the back of the rim. It dances home. Jara Thorpe with the drive and 5 points on the night. Up court, Lewisburg across the timeline. They'll go on the right wing. Stops, picks up the dribble, back to Buffington at the free throw line. Her shot is up and good. Carson Buffington leading the way for Lewisburg with 5 points. Gilman brings it up quickly for the Cats. Finds Young, a floater. It won't go home, but right there for it is Debley. Over to Julia. She'll drive to the hoop. No good. Rebounded away by Lewisburg. Buffington ahead on the left side to Holson. Stops, picks up the dribble, goes back out on top. Block shot there. Nice job by Young. Got a hand up and swipes that ball away. Jarrett Thorpe brings it across the timeline, gives it to Julia. She stops and pops. Won't go home and rebounded away to Lewisburg. Up court quickly with the drive. Julia knocks it away out of bounds. It'll stay with Lewisburg. They'll play it in under their own bucket with 4:20 remaining in the first half of play. Lady Cats leading it 26-14 here on the road at Baldwin tonight. Cameron Wagner back into the lineup for Burlington. Lewisburg trying to get it in low. It won't go there. High pass over the outstretched hands of Holton, and it's Burlington Lady Cat basketball. They'll play it in the backcourt. Gilman looks to bring it up, gets the call out on the offense from Coach Bart Kuhlman on the bench for the Lady Cats. Give and go right back to Julia. She lays it up. Yeah, nice job to put it in the hands of Kirsten Young out on the wing. And Julia just kept going right to the hoop, and on the return pass, she puts it in. Tapped away by Burlington. No, it says it is Burlington basketball. The pass went over the outstretched hands of the defender. And back on the floor on the defensive side is Michaela Quinn for Lewisburg. Coach is trying several combinations here tonight to find the right feel for this group from Lewisburg. Julia Gilman on that give and go from the other side, and they execute it just to perfection one more time. Young to Gilman, and score that bucket. Dribble drive, ball loose. She had trouble controlling the dribble. Number 5 is Gassman. Made contact with Cameron Wagner, had her defensive position set, and the ball goes to the Lady Cats. Paige Sawyer will check back in for Julia Gilman. She'll get a break with the Lady Cats leading at 30-14. 3 minutes and 30 left on the clock. Thorpe across the timeline, looks to the right-hand side. On the dribble, stops, but the ball tipped away into the hands of Buffington, and she'll bring it for Lewisburg. On the left wing, Gassman took a step, no call. Back to Buffington behind the arch. A 3 away is no good. And Grace Kuhlman gets the rebound for the Cats. Up court quickly, they'll come to Young on the left side. She'll put it on the floor. Lays it up off the rim, no good. She's hammered on the putback shot. And Kirsten Young will go to the line to shoot a pair for the Lady Cats. That foul whistled down low on number 30, Michaela Quinn. Quinn had just checked into the lineup. And with the 7th team foul, Kirsten steps up. She was shooting on that foul, so she'll get 2 free throws. And 3 minutes remain in this first half of play. The Lady Cats will be in the bonus. Any other free throw attempts coming? Kirsten says, I'll get the bonus and get it to fall. She's 2 for 2 from the stripe. 4 2-pointers and a 3. Kirsten playing it all. Foul on the Burlington defense coming across the timeline. Number 5, Paige Sloyer, using the forearm to try to gain some position advantage, and Paige is whistled for her 3rd personal foul. Now 10 team fouls on the Lady Cats here with just under 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. As number 5 steps to the line, Carly Gassman. She'll be shooting a double bonus, the first short off the front of the rim, but she will stay there for a second attempt. Back into the lineup, number 20, Madeline Melton for Lewisburg, the 6'1" junior. And Gassman's free throw hard off the rim. She gets her own rebound. Ball flies out. Goes with the putback. Can't get it to fall. And Lewisburg again recovers the loose ball. Holston stops. Pops won't happen. And in for the putback, number 4, Carson Buffington finally gets the 2. They had 4 shots at the hoop. And a whistle and a foul on Kirsten Young. Her second of the night. And it will send Buffington to the line where she'll shoot the free throw. Got it to fall on the putback, and now can't get the free throw. That rebound off the hands of Dimley, out of bounds, and it's Lewisburg ball. 2:44 left to play in the half. The Lady Cats leading at 32-16 here. On the inbound play, they put it in the hands of Melton, and she sinks it home for her 6th point of the night. Kirsten Young with the dribble at the top of the circle, gives it up to Thorpe. She'll stop from 3 and puts it home. Jara Thorpe says, put that ball in my hand and let me do it to it. Quickly down court comes Lewisburg. Out at the top of the key, a 3-point answer from number 20, Madeline Melton. She has the range to put it up there. On the right wing, Kirsten Young with the ball. She says, can I have 3? Yes, I can. It is raining 3s from whoever wants one tonight. A 38-21 margin. The Lady Cats on top here as we're under the 2-minute mark here in the first half of play. That ball stripped away out of bounds by Burlington. Lewisburg will play it back in. Gaspin with the dribble. Tipped away, and Dimley comes out of there with the loose ball. Up court to Young on the left wing. She'll work one-on-one. Puts it on the floor, drives the hoop, and it won't fall home. Ball out of bounds on the far side. It's Lewisburg basketball. They'll play it in the backcourt with 1:30 left on the clock. Camry Wagner checking in for Burlington returns to the floor as Grace Kuhlman gets a break on the sideline. Picking up the defense. Also into the lineup for Burlington, number 22, Micah Watkins now on the floor. Her first assignment out for the Cats. Camry Wagner comes out of there with a loose ball, and she's fouled from the backside. Number 12 with the foul is a young lady that appears to not be in the lineup. So that's going to be a mystery woman, number 12. We're going to give her a foul anyway. Camry sets. Free throw is on the way, up and good. 1 plus a bonus for Camry. She hits that one and will be there for the second. 21-39, Lady Cats lead it here. And she'll be set for another free throw attempt. It's on the way up and good. Camry, eagle eye on that free throw line. A 40-21 lead for the Cats as we approach the 1-minute mark here in the first half of play. Down court quickly, turnaround shot, no good. Rebound fought for Watkins. Ball knocked out of her hands, but it goes directly to Camry. So the Lady Cats will bring it up in the hands of Thorpe. She'll find Camry. Left alone, she'll stop in the lane. Kicks out to Watkins. And a two-pointer just inside the mark as Micah Watkins gains her first 2 points of the night for the Lady Cats. Up court quickly. Ball stripped away by Debley, out of bounds. Nice work on the defensive end to get back there. And substitute checks in is Haley Kane for Lewisburg here. They'll play it in underneath their own bucket with 38 seconds remaining on the clock. In the paint, shot up, no good. Rebound fought for. Chased down. Ball loose again. There is Jarrah Thorpe with the ball for the Cats. Up court across the timeline. Now they put it in the hands of Kirsten Young. She doesn't keep it long before she throws home a three-pointer. Her third of the night. She has exploded for 12 points here. 10 points in the second quarter. Up court, and Debley knew exactly where that pass was going, and she intercepts. That's the end of the half, and the Burlington Lady Cats take the lead into the locker room, 45-21 over the Lewisburg Lady Cats. We're going to take a break here, get our stats together from the first half of play, get a word from our sponsors. We'll take a 3-minute break, and we'll return with Lady Cat basketball on the Dog.
You're in a hurry and your car won't start. And you need a jump. Or how about the time you locked your keys in the car? Or the time you hit that deer and smashed in the front end of your car? Or maybe you just need something hauled and you don't have a truck. Maybe you just need a tire changed. Call Jeff's Towing and Recovery, AAA provider at 785-213-1669. That's 785-213-1669. And remember, it's your choice who tows your vehicle.
Does fall weather make you dream of a new home? How about that remodeling project, such as a garage or room addition? Whatever your dreams are made of, First National Bank of Kansas has many favorable options for you. From refinancing to building projects, rates are still low, so why not check them out? See Paul and Kathy in Osage City, Chris and Craig in Waverly, or Donna and Craig in Burlington. First National Bank of Kansas, where dreams come true. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts in Burlington and 97.7 The Dog invite you for some action on ice as the Topeka Roadrunners battle it out for victory. We're giving away 2 tickets on Tuesdays for hockey at its finest at the Kansas Expo Center in Topeka. Get signed up for your chance to win tickets at U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts, 401 Garrison in Burlington. For home game dates and times, go to Topeka Roadrunners on Facebook.
Life Care Center Burlington offers all the comforts of home as well as added luxuries, including a beauty and barber salon, specialized fine dining program, courtyard and gardening area, and is conveniently located near shopping, retirement communities, and other medical community resources. Life Care also provides in- and outpatient rehabilitation services for all ages. Their licensed staff offers 24-hour skilled nursing. Stop by and visit the Life Care Center of Burlington today, located at 601 Cross Street.
Trust Point Insurance is truly an independent insurance agency. They have the unique ability to shop the marketplace for the insurance company that provides the best protection at the most competitive price and has the ability to write with over 30 different companies. Trust Point Insurance offices are located at 800 North 4th Street in Burlington and 902 Commercial Street in Emporia. Stop in or call today to set up a time that is convenient for you to discuss your auto, home, farm, business, crop, and life insurance, or visit them online at trustpointinsurance.net.
At Diners Cafe, 1020 North 2nd Street, Burlington, it's all about you, our customer. The staff loves what they do with a desire to provide outstanding service, serve up your order freshly made with wholesome ingredients, and do it in a clean and comfortable setting. Check out our Facebook page for our specials of the day and latest happenings. Diners Cafe, home of great food and awesome atmosphere. You'll find us next door to the Country Haven Inn, proud to support USD 244 activities.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back to Burlington Lady Cat basketball here on the Dog tonight, as the Lady Cats are on the road to tournament time this week of December. It's the annual Bulldog Wildcat Classic. 4 teams involved: the Burlington Bulldogs, the Burlington Lady Cats and the Lewisburg Lady Cats, taking on the second game tonight. Over in the other gym, it is the Anderson County Bulldogs and the Baldwin Bulldog girls matched up in the junior high gym here at the Baldwin School Complex. Wildcats got a victory in the first game tonight, a 45-35 win over Lewisburg. Went down to the final seconds, and Brandon Nordstadt hits a pair of free throws to seal the deal with 6 seconds left on the clock to put the Cats up by 5, and they take home the victory. Here, the Lady Cats came out strong in the first quarter. They went on a 7-0 run before Lewisburg got on the board. Then they put a 7-2 run back on Lewisburg again, take the lead 14-4, and at the quarter break, it was 22-7. They continued to keep the pedal to the metal in that second quarter of play, extending their lead, and in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds, they outscored Lewisburg 13-3 on a run that sent us to the halftime break with a 45-21 lead for the Lady Cats. Scoring for Lewisburg, they're led by number 20, Madeline Melton, the freshman, as she scores all 9 of her points in the second quarter of play. 7 points tonight for Carson Buffington, and 2 each for Bailey Belcher and Carly Gassman. 1 free throw from Isabel Holtzen winds up the scoring for Lewisburg tonight. On the Lady Cat side of the ledger, 2 points each from Paige Sawyer and Micah Watkins in the first half of play. 4 points from Julia Gilman, and Jara Thorpe scores from all positions. She was 1 of 2 from the charity stripe, a pair of 2-pointers, and a big arching 3-pointer. Finishes off her 8 points in the first half of play for the Lady Cats. In double figures, Camry Wagner got 8 of her 10 in the first quarter. In fact, she scored 7 of the first 9 points for the Lady Cats in that first quarter spurt. She was 4 of 5 from the charity stripe, with leading the way for the Lady Cats along with 3 2-pointers. But Kirsten Young says, I know where to get my points at also. She was 2 of 2 from the stripe, hit 3 3-pointers, and she was on the way to a first half 19-point run to lead the Lady Cats here tonight on their way to a 45-21 lead at the halftime break tonight in Baldwin. We're glad you could join us for the early start for the men. It'll be an early go tomorrow night, 5:30. The Wildcats will take on Anderson County. Last year in the boys contest against Anderson County, when we hosted them at the tournament time, Wildcats put a 42-26 win on the board in a win streak for the Cats that stretched the start of the season to a 6-game margin before dropping their first contest of the year. And the Lady Cats also had a victory, a 66-51 win over Anderson County last year. So those two teams will be Wildcats and Bulldogs matching up. 5:30 on the men's side, 7 o'clock on the ladies' side. If you can't make the trip to Baldwin, you know that you can listen to them right here on 97.7 The Dog. Also a live stream broadcast anywhere on the internet that your friends and family could be that are outside the local listening area. Tell them to tune in and listen to 97.7. Bring them the game right on home. We'll make one more trip on Friday night to Baldwin and take on the host Baldwin Bulldogs. This time it'll be Lady Cats with the open game at 5:30 and the men to wind up the action at 7 o'clock. Again, tune right in here to Burlington Lady Cat and Wildcat basketball on the Dog. We're going to send it back to the station. Bobby is going to bring us some sponsors. I just heard the Diner Cafe sponsor at the halftime break. I'm thinking about another big old piece of cake when we get back to town, and you stop by and see the folks at Diners Cafe also. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with the Lady Cat basketball on the Dog.
In life, there are people, places, and things known as exceptional. There is a place like that in Garnett, Kansas. Hi, this is Brian Steffens, and I'm talking about Beckman Motors. Everywhere you go, you'll see vehicles with the Beckman Motors name on them. We want to show you how exceptional we are. The next time you decide to buy a new Ford or Chevy or any pre-owned vehicle, do yourself a favor and come to Beckman Motors in Garnett and experience what it's like to buy a vehicle from exceptional people in an exceptional place. Beckman Motors on Highway 59 in Garnett, Kansas, selling new Fords and Chevrolets along with pre-owned vehicles for a long, long time and doing it exceptionally well every day.
Stop by Hoover's Thriftway in Burlington for amazing deals and already low prices. On sale this week, frozen family pack of boneless, skinless chicken breast, $1.69 a pound. Best choice vegetables, 2 for $1. Or a fresh boneless beef rump roast, $2.99 a pound. And fresh bananas, 39 cents a pound. New York garlic breads, 2 for $5. And American Beauty pasta, 99 cents. For these and more savings, go to Hoover's Thriftway in Burlington. Sale ends December 12th.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back to Lady Cat basketball on the Dog. Here tonight as the Lady Cats host. They're the home team on the scoreboard, and they like the floor here at Baldwin High School as they have marched out to a 45-21 lead over the Lewisburg Lady Cats. As we get ready to get underway again for the second half with the Lady Cats on top, 45-21. Lewisburg will have possession. They'll bring it across the timeline, work to the top side on the left wing in the hands of Belcher. She'll cut, go through, come out the other side, down in the low corner. Pass was not available to her there. They'll bring it back out to work at the top. Good defense by the Cats, and the ball stripped away out there to Dipley. She puts the ball ahead to Julia Gilman, and the Lady Cats score it to start out this third quarter of play. Down court comes Lewisburg to the top of the circle. They'll spin it left wing into the hands of Gassman. Dribble drives to the hoop, and Dipley blocks that one away. Ashlyn Dipley showing her athletic prowess as she gets in the air to block 2 shots away to open this third quarter. Lewisburg to play it in underneath their own bucket. Look for the cutter on the far side. Trapped down low in the paint. She'll have to get it out of there to the top end. They'll swing it on the left wing. Put the ball into the hands of Holston. On the floor, she'll give it back up. Look down low inside. Stepping to the hoop, Haley Cox is fouled on the shot, and she'll go to the line to shoot a pair. As that whistle is on number 21, Ashlyn Dipley, picking up her second personal foul, only the first team on the Lady Cats. Kane didn't score in the first half of play, but she'll step to the line here with 2 free throw attempts. This one bounds off the rim, no good, and she'll be there for her second. Kane, a sophomore, again, as we said, only 3 seniors on this Lewisburg squad. A young team gaining experience. Free throw is on the way. That's up and good. Her first point of the second half play. Gilman with the dribble, bringing across for the Lady Cats on the left wing. Gives it back up to Paige Sawyer. Can't handle the ball. It's loose on the floor. Gets it back. They'll give it to Gilman. Down low to Dipley. Up. No good. Rebound fought for. And we've got a tie-up there. Ashlyn Dipley couldn't believe she was so open and couldn't finish it off with the bucket. Possession arrow goes to the Lady Cats, and they'll play it in underneath their own bucket. Sawyer looking for the cutter inside. Now they'll go high over the top to Dipley. Stops at the free throw line, gives it to Wagner. Back out to Page. She's behind the arch. A 3 away is no good, and Lewisburg boards out. Of course, Holtzman with the ball on the right side. Picks up that dribble. She stops. Having trouble finding a player to give it up to. And Kane takes it with a 1-step to the hoop and gets the bucket. Nice work that time by Kane as she's had possession twice. Young fires off a three. This one would not connect. And Lewisburg comes out of there with it on the far side. Belcher turns her dribble around, gets it back into the hands of Buffington. No good on the shot. It's rebound, but tipped away out of bounds off of Lewisburg. And the Lady Cats will play it in the backcourt. Gilman, pressured by number 11, Holtzen, comes across the timeline for the Lady Cats. Near side, Page goes over the top circle, looks inside, couldn't get the pass off, takes it herself, and the ball goes out of bounds. The officials looking at each other, and finally the far official said nobody touched it. It's off of the Lady Cats, out of bounds, and Lewisburg will play it in. In the backcourt, up court quickly comes Holtzen. She'll stop, pick up the dribble, goes back to Buffington behind the arch. Three is on the way for Carson Buffington, and she's got 10 points. First lady in double figures for Lewisburg tonight. High post is Debley. She'll find Paige Sawyer. She'll pull it back out and start the offense again. Wagner near side finds Gilman coming off the pick. Stops in the lane, shot away, up and good. Nice job, Julia, to recognize her location in the lane. Got her feet set and goes up for the bucket. 29-27, Lady Cats on top here. Under 5 minutes to play in the third. Drive down the lane, but interception by Debley. She's got it all on her own. Comes back. And foul, no, they call it travel. She tried to call.
The MyTown Media Station.
Rock and roll can save the world.
Classic rock.
KSNP 97.7 Burlington. The Flint Hills Classic Rock Station. 97.7 The Dawg.
Mystery player actually does have a name. It's Angela Moore. Moore in the lineup, number 12, was not in the printed roster, but she was in the official scorebook on the bench. So Moore is back in the lineup again for Lewisburg. On the right-hand wing, picking up the dribble. And a steal there by Jarrett Thorpe. She is an antagonist on the defensive side. Young puts the ball on the floor. On the drive, it's up and good. Kirsten Young with 21 points leading the way for the Lady Cats as they lead it 51-27 here over the Lewisburg Lady Cats also. And stop action. We've got a foul in the lane on Jarrett Thorpe, number 14. With 4:12 remaining on the clock, Jarrett is whistled for her third personal foul. Stepping to the line, number 11 is Isabella Olson. She'll set for the free throw on the way. That one is up and good. She is 2 of 3 from the charity stripe, and she'll be there for one more attempt. Eyes rim. This one on the way is good also. Now 3 of 4. A 22-point margin. The Lady Cats lead it here as we go under the 4-minute mark of the third quarter action tonight at Baldwin in the Bulldog Wildcat Classic. Wagner gives the ball back up on the far side to Grace Kuhlman. She puts it on the floor for a one-dribble step in and count that bucket. Grace's first score of the night. On the far side, Olsen with a step through. It goes around and down. That's just an ugly look, but it counts. Kirsten Young says 3, not this time, but going in and tying up the ball. Watkins for the Lady Cat ties up the Lady Cat from Lewisburg, and the possession arrow will go to the Purple Clads. Back in the lineup now, number 10, Haley Cox in for Lewisburg. They'll set the offense. Play it in on the end line. Lady Cats not putting pressure in the backcourt as Lewisburg handled that full court pressure early on. Didn't produce the types of turnovers that the Lady Cats usually see against teams that are not disciplined. Shot on the way, a two-pointer. from right on top of the line for number 4, Carson Buffington, as she had a three-pointer in this third quarter already. High post, Camry looks and turns, gives it down low to Grace, but she's fouled as she went to the hoop. That whistle on number 5 is Carly Gassman's first personal foul. And the first team foul of the half against Lewisburg. Burlington will play it in. They go to Kuhlman at the top of the key. She'll give it right side to Julia Gilman. A three from long range. And Julia in double figures with 11 points on the night for the Lady Cats also. 3 ladies in double figures. Answering back on the other end, number 5, Carly Gassman, gets a 3 to fall also. Julia will bring it up court. Across the timeline to the wing, they go to Kirsten Young. She'll come over the high pick at the top of the circle. Now reverse back goes to Julia. Stops and props from 10. No good there. Cameron Wagner on the putback. It won't fall. Watkins clears it to Kirsten. It's not going to happen. Camry with the rebound. Her putback is up and good. Nice work by Camry Wagner as she gets her first bucket of this second half. Just stayed with it on the rebound side. Olsen, left-hand step dribble. Rebound putback by Kane. It won't fall. Olsen with the ball. Turnaround hook won't happen. Taken out of there again by Buffington. Now they'll slow the ball down. Look on the inside. Ball gets away from a couple of ladies. Going to the ground, we've got a tie-up. Kirsten Young and Grace Kuhlman in to tie up the Lady Cat from Lewisburg with the ball. And on the possession arrow, it's Burlington ball in the backcourt. Watkins will play it in to Julia Gilman. Now, we don't have all of our substitutes taken care of yet. A little confusion about how many players we've got out there on the floor. Lewisburg tried to get started with only 4 players on the line. Now we've got 5-on-5. They're ready to work. Kirsten Young with the ball at the top of the circle. Gives it up to Watkins. She'll spin down low. Gives it out to Julia. 3 away is no good. And Watkins boards for the Lady Cats. Kirsten Young, a 3 on the way. No good. Watkins, rebound, but the ball stripped out and into the hands of Lewisburg. They get ahead pass to Moore. She can't get it to fall. And right there for the rebound, Young had position and gets fouled. That foul is on number 12, Moore. A little frustration foul after missing the shot down low. Going on the rebound and is whistled for her second. 109 left to play in the third quarter. A 58-26 lead on the board for the Lady Cats here. As we count down the time of this first game, a victory for the Wildcats. The Lady Cats looking to work hard enough to get their own victory here. They'll bring the ball down into the hands of Debley. It's up and in. Nice job by Ashlyn Debley, and hard to believe that is the first bucket for Ashlyn on the night. She plays a tough breed of basketball out on the floor. Does a great job in the rebounding trenches down there, but she got that one to fall. Shot away by Lewisburg. It's out of bounds, and the Lady Cats will play it in. 32 seconds on the clock, and they've got a 24-point lead as substitute number 20, Madeline Melton, returns to the lineup. Melton, the freshman, held quiet in the first quarter, came alive with 9 points in the second quarter. In fact, 9 of the 14 that Lewisburg scored in that quarter. But she's been silent all through this third as we've got 21 seconds left on the clock. Give and go to Kuhlman. She's up for the shot, gets fouled, and Grace will go to the line. That shot wouldn't fall home, but she does find 2 free throws in her future. A foul on Haley Kane, her second personal foul, and the third team foul. As Grace fires off a blank, that one won't count. She'll be back to the line. Encouragement from her teammates. It's just concentrate. It's right there on the rim and off. No good, and Sawyer forces it for the Lady Cats. Into the hands of Julia, but stolen away by Lewisburg. And here they come. Olsen with the dribble drive on the left side. Plays it up, rims off, no good. And we're going to have a reach-in foul. Again, as we talk about frustration in the eyes of Isabel Olsen. She's fouled her second personal foul after missing that left-hand lay-in. Clock will start with 2 seconds. Julia Gilman doesn't get a shot off before the buzzer sounds. And we go to the end of 3 quarters with the Burlington Lady Cats on top, 60-36 over Lewisburg. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and be back with Lady Cat basketball on the Dog.
If you've got just the right paint color in mind, don't settle for anything less. Head to Burlington Building Materials, located at 626 Neosho in Burlington, and experience a brand new paint department brought to you by Do It Best Quality Paints. Your home is your canvas, and whether you're looking for a functional neutral or a pop of the trending hue, the Colors Journeys experience at Burlington Building Materials has all the tools you need to help your vision come to life. Colors Journeys, your destination for inspiration.
Sports socks can be fashionable. Prescription Center, the pharmacy inside Hooper Thriftway, has the Touch brand of compression socks. These combed cotton knee-high support socks offer a snug, stylish fit and feel luxuriously smooth against the skin. Sizes for men and women are available in timeless patterns and colors. Buy the softest compression socks on the market today at Prescription Center, 312 Cross Street. Prescription Center, the pharmacy inside Hooper Thriftway, 620-364-5523.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back to Burlington Lady Cat basketball on the Dog as we get ready to start the fourth quarter with the Lady Cats leading Lewisburg 60-36 here at the Bulldog Wildcat Classic, hosted at Baldwin High School and Junior High this season. First game of the night, the Wildcats got a big victory, 40-35 over Lewisburg, and they'll go at 5:30 tomorrow night against Anderson County. The Lady Cats will have the 7 o'clock tip-off, approximately that time, depending on how long our first game goes with the boys' side. But you can tune in right here to 97.7 The Dog and catch both games on the Tuesday night, and then we'll be back on Friday to finish out tournament time, taking on the host Baldwin Bulldogs. And Lewisburg opens up the scoring. Number 11, Isabel Holtzum, fires a long three-pointer, and she's nearing double figures also tonight for Lewisburg. Kirsten Young, a three on the way, no good. Good rebounding position down low by Depley. Gets the ball back out to Young. Her shot away, no good. Camry Wagner collects the rebound and collects a defender along with her backside. That's a whistle and a foul on number 11. Not to the limit yet. In fact, only four team fouls as Holtzum picks up her third. Lady Cat inbound it to Wagner. Out to Kirsten behind the arch. Off the rim, no good. Depley strong with the rebound. She puts back and gets fouled. And that is her bread and butter, Ashlyn Depley, going to the hoop on a missed shot. She collects it, and she'll be at the line for 2 free throws. A foul whistled on number 2, Bailey Belcher, picking up her second personal. As Ashlyn connects on the first, she'll stand up for a second free throw attempt. And this one on the way. Good also for Ashlyn. 2 points from the line and 2-point floor shot. Makes her 4 points on this evening. Cats with a 62-39 lead with 7:27 on the clock. As Lewisburg will bring it up across the timeline. Step in, they'll give it back to Buffington. A three on the way. That's up and good also. for Carson Buffington, and she leads the ladies from Lewisburg with 17 points. Bad pass, turnover. That gives it right back to Lewisburg. And the Lewisburg Lady Cats will play it in. 6:55 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Buffington hit a three before. She said, let me go again. This one doesn't connect, and Ashlyn Debley boards it for Burlington. Across the timeline comes Paige Sawyer. Looks to the top side, finds Camry at the high post. She sets, waits for a cutter to come out. There's Thorpe. Now a bad pass turnover. That goes back into the hands of Lewisburg. 20-point margin, 62-42 here for Burlington over Lewisburg. Ball stripped away, but back into the hands of Lewisburg. A short shot, and Debley comes out of there with possession. She'll pick up the dribble, lead out to Gilman on the right wing. She'll put it on the floor and go to the hoop. Julia's never found a shot she wouldn't take, and she takes it into the defender, number 10, Haley Kane, picking up her third personal foul. And the 7th foul here with 6:03 remaining in the contest. Julia to the line. That first free throw is on the way up and good, and she'll be set for a second. Julia with an even dozen, looking to get to 13 with this shot. Eyes that free throw, and it rims away. No good. A stolen rebound by Ashlyn Debley, and she'll put it in for two. Ashlyn staying in great position and found that loose ball and connects for the bucket. Turnaround shot, Holson shot away, no good. She gets her own rebound, step through, and block shot by Paige. It's out of bounds off of Lewisburg, and it'll be Lady Cat ball. Kirsten Young checks back in for Burlington, as Jarrah Thorpe will come to the bench. Pressure in the backcourt by Lewisburg. They'll clear it to Kirsten. Still dribble to the timeline across on the right wing. Pass got in the air and tipped. Taken out of there by Buffington. Left-hand dribble. And Young trying to get that block is whistled for the foul. Kirsten's third personal foul here. That'll stop the clock as number 4, Carson Buffington, goes to the line and will shoot a pair for Lewisburg. 5:31 remaining. The free throw on the way, hard off of the back of the rim, no good. A 65-42 lead for the Burlington Lady Cats. Coach Gilman wants to call a quick 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here with the Lady Cats leading. He wants them to work on a couple of offensive sets that he's got drawn up on the chalkboards here when they come down court. A great time to take those things that you work on in practice against your teammates who know the play also. It's a good time to work it out against another group who may be ready for a little surprise. Lewisburg, I think, was sort of shell-shocked with the ambush the Lady Cats put on to them in that first quarter, striking out to a 22-7 lead and then extending it to a 24-point margin at the halftime break, 45-21. We're ready for action again as Carson Buffington steps to the line. She'll be shooting 2 free throws. First one is on the way up and good. She had missed the first one and connects on the second. 65-43, the Cats lead it here as Kirsten Young gives it back to Julia, driving the baseline, up and rolls off. Paige Sawyer gets tied up after the rebound with Miss Moore, our mystery woman. The possession arrow goes to Burlington, and they'll play it in underneath their own bucket. Sawyer to key it for Burlington. Looking for the cutter. Finds Wagner. She'll drive the base. Picks the ball up. Now loose on the floor. And Julia Gilman comes out of there with the loose ball. Down low they go to Ashlyn. Ashlyn rolls it around and down. That one danced on the rim for just a little too long before finding a home in the net. Up court quickly. They'll play a ball down low to Moore. Her shot away is no good, and we've got a tie-up on the rebound. The possession arrow will keep it on that end of the court with the Lewisburg Lady Cats as number 10, Haley Kane, checks back in for Lewisburg. Under the 5-minute mark, 4:22, and the Lady Cats leading at 67-43. Kane takes the inbound pass. They'll swing it to Buffington. Back to Kane. Now Moore traveled with it. Turnover. The ball goes to the Lady Cats. Sawyer to key it in for Burlington as Lewisburg will put defensive pressure in the backcourt. They'll get it back in the hands of Page, and she'll dribble across. They left Ashland alone all underneath the bucket. She was jumping up and down trying to get the attention, and Paige Sawyer put that ball right on the mark to Ashland for the bucket. She's got double figures now with 10 points. 3-point shot by Buffington away, no good, but she follows with her own rebound and putback for the 2. Here come the Lady Cats across the timeline now with Kirsten Young on the dribble. She'll give it up to Gilman. High post comes Dibley. She finds Kirsten off the pick. Thought about the 3. No, they're going to work that offense. Dibley down on the side of the lane. Turnaround shot, no good. And Buffington with the board. She'll lead out on the pass, no good. Finally ends up in the hands of Kane. Her shot won't go. And Dibley boards it for the Lady Cats. She'll collect it, bring it out to Gilman. And she'll set the offense at the top of the circle. High post comes Cameron Wagner. Now Kirsten, a 3. Yes, she was in full motion of that. Kirsten Young has scored in all 4 quarters for the Lady Cats. And we have a couple of substitutes checking in for Lewisburg. Also a couple back on the floor are Grace Kuhlman and Jara Thorpe for the Lady Cats. A 72-45 lead here with 3:40 remaining in the contest here at Baldwin tonight. Lewisburg with the ball across the court stripe. They'll lay it down in low to Moore. She tries to drive the lane, and Kirsten Young comes out of there with the loose ball. Across the timeline comes Julia Gilman. Gets the defensive pressure. A little confusion with her and Jarrah. Now they take their position. High post is Wagner. Looking for the cutter. Finds Kirsten coming off a low pick. Not ready for that shot. They'll start the offense all over again. On the far side, Julia Gilman sets from 3. She's got time. That one on the...
Make reversing your vehicle easier and clearer with the HD dash cam. Just $39.99. And make working easier with this 26-piece screwdriver set with rack. Just $19.99. And help your car last with the Pennzoil Converter Motor Oil. Only $3.99 a quart. Offer good through December 31st or while supplies last. Caldwell's Auto Parts, 423 Kennedy Street in Burlington.
Hi, this is Colin Sleazer with Alpha Roofing, LLC in Burlington. We specialize in residential and commercial roofing and have become one of the most respected roofing companies in Northeast Kansas. Customer service is our #1 priority, and knowing that your home or business is safe in our hands is what makes this licensed contractor your #1 choice. If it's a repair or an entire roof, we have the knowledge and skills to get the job done right. Stop in at 213 North 3rd Street, Burlington, or check out our website at www.alpharoofers.com. Alpha Roofing, your hometown roofing expert.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
The Appliance Store in Burlington has a large selection of Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid appliances, along with Speed Queen washers and dryers, and is your headquarters for #1 voted Green Mountain pellet grills. The Appliance Store also has Oric vacuum cleaners, bags, parts, and service what they sell, with a great selection of appliance parts on hand. The Appliance Store at 602 South 4th Street in Burlington thanks you for supporting local business and is a proud supporter of local athletics.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back. Had a little technical difficulty. Unhooked the phone there, but we're back with action as Jarrah Thorpe hits a three-pointer, and she is, in fact, in double figures on the night with a dozen. On the other end, we have a stoppage of play as Ashlyn Depley picked up her third personal foul. That's going to send Moore to the line. A miss on the first free throw, but she'll be right back there for a second attempt. Her first point for the evening, if she can get one of these to fall, and it does. 1 point on the free throw to go in the scoring ledger for tonight. We're under a minute to play. The Lady Cats with a 76-46 lead here over Lewisburg tonight. Down court come the Lady Cats, running that offense. Grace Kuhlman at the high post finds Julia Gilman. She'll pick up the dribble and go to Depley, looking for a cutter. Thorpe thought about the three. Now she'll pull it back out. Finds Depley, right wing. And here comes Watkins off the low screen. That shot's not there. They'll just keep working it. Around to Thorpe. A three on the way is no good. And Lewisburg with the rebound. Up court, Holtzen stops at the free throw line. Shot on the way, no good off the board. Chase down the rebound in the corner, Buffington. Now they'll stop and set. Three-point shot in and out, won't fall home. Moore with the rebound down low. And the time runs out, and we've got a ball game. It is a 76-46 victory for the Burlington Lady Cats here tonight at Baldwin. First night of the Bulldog Wildcat Classic here on the road, taking on the Lewisburg Lady Cats. It'll be a pair of Bulldog teams that they'll match up with the next two nights, and that'll start again at 5:30 tomorrow evening right here on the Dog as the Burlington Wildcats take on the Anderson County Bulldogs in the men's action at 5:30. Ladies action will tip off around 7 o'clock. We're going to get our numbers added up from tonight's contest, take a break back to the station for our sponsors, and when we return, we'll wrap tonight's scores from the Lady Cat victory. Bobby, we're back in two.
We're kicking off the football season at Burlington Auto Supply with a full field of savings on your fall tune-ups. Autolite spark plugs at $1.99 and Wix filters at $2.95 will get your vehicles ready to hit the road as you follow the Cats to all their home and road games. Stop by for our Saturday specials following each Wildcat victory at Burlington Auto Supply, your bumper-to-bumper parts store on Neosho Street in Burlington. Let's go, Cats!
When it comes to the health of you and your family, choosing the right pharmacist is just as important as choosing the right doctor. Find a pharmacist that's right for you at your local Medicine Shop pharmacy. More than a healthcare advisor, they take the time to get to know you and to personally answer all your healthcare questions and concerns. Make the right choice. Choose a Medicine Shop pharmacist. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Burlington, Kansas. Caring beyond prescriptions.
Ready to go?
Almost. You just have to stop at the bank, get a few money orders, to pay some bills.
Well, why don't you just write the checks yourself?
I can't.
Still? I thought you were back on your feet financially.
I am, but I never thought starting from square one would take this long.
For a second chance at a banking relationship, it's Central Time. Whatever the reason, life happens. You might have had a checking account that was overdrawn when it was closed. And finding a bank who will let you start with a clean slate can be a challenge. That's why Central National Bank offers New Opportunity Checking. Write checks, use a Visa check card, and enjoy free online banking and free ATM use at Central National Bank ATMs. Plus, you have a place to cash your checks. Ask about New Opportunity Checking from Central National Bank. It's money for life, the way we live today. Some restrictions and fees apply.
Central National Bank, money for life.
Member FDIC in your hometown since 1884.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back to Lady Cat basketball on the Dog. It's a victory for the Lady Cats here tonight in the opening contest of the Bulldog Wildcat Classic, and they take home a 76-46 win over the Lewisburg Lady Cats. Lewisburg just could not get an offense started to keep track with the high-powered Lady Cats as they were outscored 7-0 to start the game. And then the Lady Cats took another 7-2 run at them. At the first quarter margin, it was 22-7, and extend that lead 45-21 at the halftime break. Lady Cats led 60-36 and finish off with a 76-46 win for a 30-point margin on tonight's victory. Carson Buffington for Lewisburg led the way for the Purple Clads with 20 points tonight, but nobody else could get close to the double figures, and that was the number for Lewisburg. On the Lady Cats side of the ledger, they had 5 ladies in double figures tonight. Grace Kuhlman, Paige Sawyer, and Micah Watkins, each with 2 points, and then 5 more ladies in double figures. 10 points from Ashlyn Debley. She got 8 of those 10 in the fourth quarter action. An even dozen for Camry Wagner as she scored 10 in the first half, 8 of those in the first quarter, in fact. Also a 12-pack for Tara Thorpe as she scored from the free throw line, from the floor, and behind the arch with a pair of three-pointers on her way to a dozen. And Julia Gilman also scoring free throws, 4 points, and a 3-ball for a dozen there. But the big number came from Kirsten Young as she exploded in the first half for 19 points, finished off the night with 24 to lead the Lady Cats on their 76-46 win here tonight. So that wraps up all the stats from the games. The Wildcat men were on the board early with a 40-35 win, and they'll have to turn right around and come back to Baldwin tomorrow night and be ready to take on the Anderson County Bulldogs with that 5:30 start. We'll be here to bring it to you. If you can't make the trip, you know you can tune in to 97.7 The Dog to follow Lady Cat and Wildcat basketball. We're going to wrap it up, head the Dogmobile home, and we'll be right back here on the air tomorrow night. Bobby, turn it back on to the music of the Dog, and we'll be heading it home. Good night.
Thanks for listening to the Burlington Wildcats. The Wildcats are being brought to you this season in part by
Alpha Roofing, Beckman Motors, Burlington Building Materials, Burlington Auto Parts, Caldwell's Auto Parts, Central National Bank, Diners Cafe, First National Bank, Hoover Swiftway, Crossland Construction, Jeff's Towing, Life Care Center, Prescription Center, Rick Smith DVS, The Appliance Store, The Medicine Shop, Trust Point Insurance, and U.S. Cellular.
Your Flint Hills classic rock leader, 97.7 The Dog.